Hey there, we're back. It's another episode of Sounds Like Adventure. And it's me, your host and DM, Jack. Hey. And yes, hello, we're back again with our second episode back from the mid-season break. And I'm so excited for today's episode. And I left you on such a cliffhanger last week that I think we should just get straight into things. So in last week's episode, the crew were all off on their own tasks, but all of which seemed to converge on the same location, the Leaning Markets. So Torrin had decided to try and meet with the head of the Leaning Markets, Cannonball Cameron, as suggested by Barnabas, the sad pottery salesman they met on the way to the Merc. Gimbals and Drea had been tasked by Double Dylan to figure out a way to clean the strange mold in the department, so they'd gone to the Leaning Markets to see if they could find a lead, and Eustace and Torrin were on a job set to them by Marshman Reef Marshall. They were hiding in plain sight at the Leaning Markets, listening out for signs of the Thorncutters. And due to another strange coincidence, they all bumped into each other, and just as they were getting reacquainted, a scream echoed across the Leaning Markets, cutting everything off and leaving the markets in stunned silence. So let's pick it up from right there. Let's see what happens. A scream has just echoed across the Leaning Markets. The five of you were just standing engaged in conversation, and with the commotion of the crowd covering everything, it was almost private. But now the market stands in total silence as people don't know what is about to happen next. Whispers. A murmur moves through the crowd. An attack. A masked figure. The Thorncutters. Then, suddenly, a door from a nearby shop explodes, and a figure dressed in all black rolls out of the wreckage and takes a knee on the ground. And this sudden explosion breaks the tension in the crowd, and people start panicking. There's instant chaos in the crowded market. People are moving quickly. No one is sure what has happened. But with the restrictions placed on the Merc that you guys have been experiencing up until now, people are on edge, and something like this was all it took. But in amongst the chaos, one figure is moving slowly. The figure in all black is rising to his feet. He's slowly straightening a wide hat as he comes to his full height. He turns and he surveys the crowd, and his gaze lands on Drea. And as it does, you all see that everything on his face but his eyes is covered by a black cloth mask. Drea. He holds your gaze. What do you do?
I think I would position myself in front of the rest of the party, just not like making an advance towards him in like a threatening way, just making sure like everyone else is behind her just in case anything happens, but she'll hold the gaze, I guess.
Like cocks his head strangely, almost as if he doesn't really understand what he's looking at. And he says, despite him being a little bit of a distance away, you guys all hear it clearly, like he's standing right in front of you. He says, "Y'all like magic? Want to see a card trick?"
I love magic.
He holds his hand up in front of him, and he pulls a card out of the air. It's like flames as it comes across. He looks at the card. He says, "Sorry, folks. This ain't your card." The card bursts into flames again, and he disappears. Then less than a second later, you see him further along in front of you. It's at the top of a set of stairs that you were looking at earlier. He's about 35 feet away. He speaks again. Curiously, he seems like he's right in front of you. Eustace, this feels like it connects with you, like he's speaking to you almost. He says, catch me if you can. He starts walking. What do you do?
I think without hesitating, a little childlike smile will crack in the corner of Eustace's lips, and he's going to grip at the short sword at his waist, and then he's just going to start sprinting towards the staircase.
So he picks up the pace as you start running, and he starts keeping pace. Is everyone chasing?
I would like to see if I can, grab Eustace's hand and be like, what are you doing?
Please try.
What are we doing then? How are you grabbing?
Oh, just if he's running off, I'll just try and kind of grab him by the wrist, what are you doing?
It's probably in athletics then.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And how are you going to try and get away?
Out athletics here, I think. I'm just going to move quicker.
Okay, let's go. Athletics on athletics.
All right. Got a +0. Going strong.
Okay, Cass, you roll first. Set the DC.
Okay.
It's back.
Wow.
It's back.
Yeah, it's back.
So bad.
Drum roll, everybody. I rolled a 2.
Well, I've got a +6 to my athletics.
Of course you do.
I only rolled a 4, so it's a 10 in total.
That still beats a 2, doesn't it?
Only.
So what's it look like as Clio tries to grab you?
I think almost as Clio instinctively goes to reach out, and Eustace kind of probably feels it and breaks away from it, and then he's going to turn mid-running, and he's just going to yell out to her, you said you'd follow my lead. Come on.
And then she'll
Gimbals-
run after him.
Yeah, Gimbals would unquestionably, he'd take a couple steps forward, and then he'd be he'd look back at Drea and be like, I didn't even choose a card. How can it not be my card? I have so many questions. And he'd take off after them as well.
I think after Gimbals runs off, she looks at Torin and she goes, kind of have to, right?
I think so. Let's do it.
Yeah, all right. Takes a deep breath and just runs after them.
Well, go save them, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so for this chase, we're going to run a mini game here. So the master figure is currently 35 feet away from you, and I'm going to present you guys with different obstacles. And like a skill challenge, it's going to be up to you to come up with a different skill that you'd like to roll to get past that obstacle. All skills are valid. You just need to come up with a reason, basically, and then just hit the DC of the check. All DC on the checks will be 12. Some example things you could do: you could use acrobatics to try and parkour over something. You could use arcana to use magic to get past an object. You could use perception or investigation to spot a way that you can get past. And all of those solutions are valid. So one person will get a chance to roll on one of these things, sort of acting for everyone, basically. It's assumed that if you start running now, you can all keep pace with him at the current gap that he has. Each time you're presented with one of these obstacles, you have the chance to gain or lose some distance, and depending on whether or not you beat that check. So if you beat the check, you'll gain 10 feet on him. If you fail the check, you'll lose 5 feet on him. And if you close the distance by enough to be within 5 feet of him, then you can try and grab him. So we're simulating like a mad dash to catch this guy here. So make fast decisions. We'll hand wave some of the details in favor of cool moments here. So let's go. So you guys give chase, hammering up the stairs to catch him. But he took off slightly before you did, so he's maintained his distance here. And there's something odd about the way he moves. It's almost like a fish through water. He changes direction strangely, as if applying resistance to the air. And right on cue, he makes a sharp turn and grabs a pulley on a nearby canal system. He kicks out the counterweight and he goes flying up in the air. And you can see him at the top of a building. What are you guys going to do?
I'm gonna cast jump on myself.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're going to jump up there. Let's go Arcana.
So
Beat a 12.
jump is my jump distance is tripled.
All right.
No.
What'd you get?
I got a 7.
Oof.
All right, so yeah, I think you go to cast this jump spell and you jump in the wrong direction. You go off a little bit, and then you find yourself at the top after taking a little bit longer. Everyone else clambers up around you, and you notice he's gained an additional 5 feet on you as you make it to the top. So you follow his path and you manage to get to the top of that rooftop, and he's already leaping between buildings like it's nothing. And he reaches this edge of this like big gap, and without hesitation, he dives straight down into a rushing canal below, and you can see him swimming with the stream. What do you do?
Let me just sprint and Assassin's Creed dive into the water beneath him with an athletics check.
Go for it. Beat the 12.
That's a nat 2026 in total.
Whoa!
What's it look like?
Yeah, I don't know. I think tag is a thing that Clio and Eustace probably. I think that's the minimal thing that they get to do together, and this is really fun to Eustace. So it's quite literally a sprint, probably like 6 or 7 feet before he's even at the edge, and he's already jumped and diving, and now he gets to swim. Like, dream come true for Eustace.
So as you do this, I think he's looking back and he's wading through the water, and he's like struck by this cool move that you do, and he slows down a little bit, giving everyone time to make up 10 feet on him, making you guys 30 feet away from him now. So you catch up again as he emerges from the water, but now he's moving through the lower market levels of these canals. These are like basement areas that are only supposed to be accessible during low tide. Right now, they have water cycling in and out of them. So he's in there while there is water out of him. You're in there too, and up ahead, he slips through a narrow gap in 2 support beams, and suddenly you guys hear the gates opening. You hear the rush of water coming up behind you, and you guys need to make a move here before this water hits you. What are you going to do?
Gimbals is gonna turn around, and I'm gonna thunderclap the water that's coming in and hold it back.
Okay, Arcana again, gives 12.
To give everyone a chance to.
Oak style.
That's awesome. That's a 16 plus 6 is 22.
Nice. What's it look like?
So I imagine that, like, as we all hear the water, everyone sort of turns around for a second, and seeing all the water, Gimbals just yells out, "Keep running!" And he just like claps, and just like all the water like sprays upwards instead of at us.
So cool.
Awesome. All right. So you do that. Everyone proceeds through this. You keep the water at bay. He gets a little bit caught between 2 of the support beams, and you guys make up a further 10 feet on him. So now he's only 20 feet away. One more check, and you guys are going to be close enough to be able to try and grab him here. So you emerge into a narrow alleyway, and the walls here are really close together. They're lined with clotheslines that are strung in between buildings. You see the masked figure ahead slashing through the hanging laundry, and wet sheets come tumbling down. All of a sudden, it's like a maze of fabric obscuring your view, and at the same time, the floor becomes slick with soap. What do you guys do?
So there are pulleys. Are there still pulleys in this area?
Yeah.
Great. I'd like to like grab a pulley and see if I can launch myself and kind of jungle swing over this like alleyway to get a leap on him.
All right, let's go. I think that's an acrobatics.
Alrighty. Oh my god!
What'd you get?
Oh my god! That's a 4.
It's a nat 1.
That's a nat 1. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, you grab a pulley system like him before, you kick it out. You've never done this before, and you get launched, and you launch and you hit like one of the clotheslines, and you like spin around in it, and the sheet flicks back and it hits the guys, and they get caught up in the sheet. And in this whole commotion, he makes up a further 5 feet on you guys. All right. So you see him climbing up a ladder onto a roof, and as you reach the top after him, you step onto a loose clay tile, and it breaks off under your feet. You see him running ahead of you, and tiles are sliding and cracking under his feet. Somehow he's maintaining perfect balance, and behind him whole sections of the roof are giving way. It's becoming completely treacherous, unstable footing, massive gaps. He's getting away, and I'm going to say this is going to be your last chance to get him. If you can hit this check, he'll be close enough to grab, but if you can't, he's going to get where he's going.
I have an idea if no one else is going. Sorry.
I was going to say,
I've got one that's unhinged as well.
my unhinged idea is Drea to toss me at him like a American
Oh, I
football.
could do that. I was going to say, I have absolutely nothing, and everyone's done a really cool thing, so I would love.
Fastball special like Colossus and Wolverine.
Could be worse than what happened to me.
Yeah, I think that's it's strength is what it is. So I think that's athletics.
Athletics. Oh, good.
Hefting him. Are you helping? Are you helping, Eustace?
Yes. I'm just like curling myself up into as cylindrical of a shape as possible to be more ball-like.
Amazing.
I would like to think no words were said, and that this just started happening, and she was like, she took the message.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to do another roll, because
I hope you guys realize this is the slingshot all over again.
We got some classics.
Doing it.
They work. All right, athletics with advantage.
Yeah, the advantage was 15.
That's going to
Yes.
hit. Amazing.
Claire hates this. She hates the bonding. Man.
Sorry.
Okay, so you scoop up Eustace.
Scoop up the boy. And
I think
chuck
he
the
like
boy.
jumps like a wrestling move. He knows to like lower his weight at the right moment, so you can just throw him, put all the force. You're not having to pick up any dead weight, and you just launch him, and you're like right on track to hit this guy, and he takes like one of these unexpected moves that he takes, and he sort of slithers out of your way, but you collide with the bottom of the roof. You collide with the roof, and you smash his footing out from underneath him, and he goes tumbling down in front of you at onto another set of stairs that lead up to like a large building in the distance. And yeah, you guys are right on him now, 5 feet away. So you got a chance here to try and make a grab. All right, what do we have here for the grab? Who's grabbing?
Yeah, who's strong?
Would make sense to Eustace to be the closest if you just got thrown, but we're hand waving some of the details, so I don't mind if someone else.
I can use my athletics modifier for that. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that's +6, so I'll do it.
All right, athletics.
Sound.
He gets a
don't like that.
22.
Okay.
16 and above. 16 and above. It's doable. It's doable.
Could we give him help? Could we help him?
Not on this one, gang.
All right. 16, nothing. Cakewalk. I got a 4, so it's a 10 instead.
The curse be upon you.
So you drop down onto the staircase and you go to make this grab. You make this big lunging move, and you're about to grab the fabric of his coat, and he makes this twisting move again, this strange, unsettling manner, and he just wiggles out of your grip before you can grab him. And he puts on this sudden burst of speed, and all of a sudden he's way further ahead of you than you were just before. And he gets to the top of this staircase before you do. Then you make it to the top of the steps, and you find yourself in this secluded courtyard. He's nowhere to be seen. But as you arrive at the top, you see him slam 2 double doors of what looks like an old ruined church. What do you do?
I think if Eustace is at the front, he's going to be a bit hesitant to run into this closed off room before the rest of the group are with him. But if they didn't see, they kind of relay that he's gone into the church, but kind of seems like bait and scary. I think Eustace is going to wait for Drea to take the lead on this one.
Would she have caught up by now?
Yeah, everyone's caught up. You guys all approach at the same time, roughly.
Yeah, Drea, I don't think she would have hesitated. She would go straight in first.
Great. Everyone else following?
Can I stealth, please? I'd like to slink into the shadows, just behind the group, keeping a distance, but keeping
May I
an
have
eye.
a stealth check, please?
Yeah, is that a threat?
Gimbals hackles her eyes, and he puts a hand on his coin pouch.
That's an 18.
Yeah, cool. We'll keep that in mind for later.
Great.
Anyone else before the doors open?
I'll just note that, like, on that roof where all the tiles are breaking, Gimbals was following suit, mending them all as we were going. That's
very cool.
It's like, gold, glitter, gold. My God, glitter, gold. These is a damn hazard.
Awesome. You push open the double doors, and what you find is a cavernous space of a cathedral. It opens up before you, dark and echoing. You get overwhelmed by a strange smell, somewhat earthy, but metallic. You can see some ruined pews, and the cavernous space extends into the darkness. What do you guys do?
So why are we chasing this guy again?
He said to come and get me.
But I mean, I could have told you to jump in the water. And would you have done it?
If you asked me, probably. Yeah, if you asked me to, yeah.
He's a really good listener.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he did the killing?
I mean, there was
You
big
lame?
scream and everything, all that nasty card stuff. I didn't like that.
I didn't even choose a card. He didn't even do a trick. He just said it wasn't our card. Didn't even make any sense.
Well, we're in here. Might as well do some exploring. What do we
I
got?
mean, sounds like a plan.
Can I see if I know like what deity this church is for?
Yeah. Give me a religion check.
Sure. Alrighty.
And what are you looking for, Derek? What are you investigating?
How long has this place been abandoned for? Like, is anyone currently living here or any sign of traffic?
Yep. Get a history check from you.
I rolled an 18 for my religion check.
Nicely done. So Ethel Grove is not religious at all. It is not an aspect of society or culture in Ethel Grove. So it is odd that there is a church here, let alone such a massive cathedral. You have a look around, it appears it's been defaced, so it's hard to tell. But you see the sign of a jester's mask on a pillar. And with all of your guys' backgrounds, no one would know what that means.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Yeah, sure.
I got a dirty 20.
Great. So history check. So again, not religious. You would know that. So you'd recall hearing about this place. You know that it was abandoned decades ago before you were even like alive type of thing. There was several mysterious disappearances in the area.
Dre is probably the... Oh, Dre wouldn't know. Hey, do you remember the disappearances that happened around here regarding... Would have been ages ago?
Could she, like, guesstimate how long ago that was?
I think Marshman probably investigated something, couldn't figure anything out.
Okay.
And that's probably all you know, because it got abandoned and people stopped talking about it.
Roughly how many years ago, though? Would it be?
50 years ago.
Ooh,
Oh,
she was a
damn.
baby. Okay.
Well before Taran was alive.
Yeah. I think she looks around and she like takes a minute to remember everything. She goes, "This is one of the first places I remember the Marshman talking about. That was." She kind of like looks around and she takes it all in and she's like, "That was a long time ago. I don't think I remember too much from it."
Are there any like rooms out like inside of this building, like any kind of separate areas, or is it just the central cathedral hall?
It's very much cast in shadow. I imagine you guys are standing at the entrance of this room, which has some light coming in, but I don't picture you guys going further in yet. You'd need to go further in to look.
Okay. Can I push forward in that case?
Absolutely, but I think we should answer Gimbal's detect magic. There's magical energy lingering in this place, definitely. Feels wrong, corrupted somehow. That comes out as just the general vibe of the room. Okay. But over towards the back of the room, how do you visualize detect magic, do you think? What do you see when you see magic?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's described as a faint aura, is what it's described as, and I know the school of it. So I imagine it would be different colors of aura depending on the school of magic or something along those lines. Yeah, that's how I imagine it.
This is a tricky one. Give me an arcana.
Oh, okay. That's 19.
Oh, nicely done. Have you ever seen a celestial color before?
Oh.
I imagine he would have, because he would have seen it around, say, priests and clerics and things like that. So, yes, I imagine that he would have at least know of it.
What's the color?
I'd say yellow, because, I don't know, it just makes sense to me.
It's spots of yellow around the room. Mm-hmm. And then there's a clump of yellow towards the back. Seems located somewhere, obscured behind something.
Gimbals would just start walking toward it. Not a care in the world. He'd just be inquisitive.
Okay, great. Are you announcing this to anyone, or are you just heading over by yourself?
Gimbals is the epitome of curiosity killed the cat. He's the reason that phrase exists.
Yeah. Can I actually backtrack me walking forward as well? Because I said I was slinking in the shadows, so I'll stick back that way, I guess.
Yeah, Gimbals will just start strolling.
Yep.
I think if Drea notices him wandering, she will start to trail behind.
Gimbals, you follow this aura. As you do, you start to hear sort of a whimpering sound. I think Drea would hear this as well.
Can we have the old music back?
As you get closer to the aura, you think maybe this is that source of corruption that you were sensing. There's other colors mixed in with the yellow, darker colors, black overpowering the yellow. And in front of you, you see a circle of light on the ground around the location of the aura. And you look up and see hundreds of feet above you is an old stained glass window, long shattered. And a beam of light is coming down and illuminating a shocking sight. A young Aarakocra is lying on the ground at an awkward angle. And growing all over their body is a strange grey mould. Forms clusters in giant mounds, pinning the young man to the ground. What do you do?
Gimbals would immediately turn around to the crew, I would say, and you would see an uncharacteristically serious note on Gimbals, and he'd be, "Stay back! I don't know what it is." And he would probably look further into the mold and see if it reminds him of the mold men that we fought.
Great. Give me an arcana for that.
Arcana. It's a 24.
That'll do it. So, yes, it appears to be exactly the same. You sense a faint magical energy coming off it.
It seems like the same mold that took over the fungal area, but this seems stronger. It seems like it's still working. Could I tell if the Aarakocra is possible to be saved?
Medicine check.
Okay, it's a 6.
You can tell they're still alive. Limited medical training that you have, you wave your hand in front of his eyes and they're unfocused. They don't track your hand movement at all.
Can I use control flames to make a ring of fire around the Aarakocra?
Yeah.
You've discovered obviously that the mold didn't like fire, so I want to make control flames to make like a ring of fire around the Aarakocra so I can get close to it without endangering myself.
Does this Aarakocra look like a little boy?
Little birdie boy.
A little birdie boy?
I don't know.
I think Gimbals once like with his fire up and him feeling like he's got as much control over the situation as he can have, he'd be like, "Someone needs to help me with him. I can't carry."
I want to cast Cure Wounds, which Eustace has never done before.
Yep. I think let's do this as a medicine check as well instead of burning a spell slot on this.
Cool.
You can still try and identify if this is the same person if you would like to. I wasn't meaning to shut that down.
No,
earlier when I was
absolutely.
explaining.
I think the complexity is, I guess as I get closer to do this check, is this Eustace has no exposure to what a young Aarakocra looks like, but this is an Aarakocra and fits the criteria of being an Aarakocra, so it's a lead that they
Yeah,
don't have.
absolutely. It would trigger in that way.
Cool. I'll give a medicine check. Come on, Eustace.
Let's just beat. Let's beat a 15 here.
Yeah, I got a 13, 10 plus 3.
Oh, wow. Very close. So yeah, you cast Cure Wounds on the Aarakocra, and what happens is it has like wounds on its body, like there's like abrasions and cuts and things like that, and you watch those abrasions and cuts heal, but there's no other effect to them.
Yeah.
The mold doesn't separate that's pinning him to the ground or anything like that.
That makes sense.
I think following Gimble's instructions, Dre is gonna. The fire's where? Sorry?
It's like in a ring, so sort of almost made like a keyhole shape around him, so that way we can get in and out without the mold.
I think Drea would make way, just kneel in front of the Aarakocra and try to pick them up, just as gently as she could.
Okay.
Or even gently try to move and see there's like more of their state.
Okay, so I
Past
think
the
as you go
buildings.
in to pick the Aarakocra up, the light above you flickers. And I think you look up and you pause in your action. And despite being hundreds of feet away, it's clear that the masked figure is perched up in a low crouch at the broken window, high above you. And again, a voice comes to you all, as if there was someone right in front of you. It says, "I wouldn't touch that if I was you."
Drea would listen to that. I think she like her hands would be going to move, but as she heard that, it slowly just puts it back by her side.
Voice speaks again. He says, "Well, look it, Johnny. It's always those kids, ain't it? Listen here, children. You best forget what you saw here today. You don't want the boogeyman coming for you, do ya?" Times is changing in Ethel Grove. And you see, I don't mind. Johnny got my death picked out for me. But some folks, they don't like that idea. Change. Some folks like things the way they is.
I'm still angry that you didn't let me choose a card. Are you gonna offer a solution to this problem or just more problems?
It makes no difference what I offer to you, little boy. You're too late. Things are in motion. I regret that little boy, that little birdie boy down there going down like that. But Johnny knows I left the path of the righteous a long time ago. You'll see.
I'm not gonna actually do it, but I think her longbow that's on her back, she will take it out and just grip it and just stare in the direction where she sees this perched figure. But she hasn't said anything.
He says, "Well, this has been fun. Don't get close to that thing, kiddos. Takes a heavy pause, and he steps through the opening. And something weird happens. For Clio, Drea, Gimbals, and Torrin, when he takes that pause, nothing happens. But for Eustace, you hear the voice that was in front of you speak in your mind. He says, hair, like water. Be careful, kid. Victor's looking for you. And that is where we're going to end the session.
You've been listening to Sounds Like Adventure, an Australian actual play podcast, YouTube channel, and Twitch stream. If you liked what you heard, make sure you don't miss the next episode coming out on Tuesday next week. And hey, while you're at it, why not leave a 5-star review on the podcast app that you're listening to this on right now? It is the best way to help new people find the show. In the meantime, we'll catch you in the next episode of Sounds Like Adventure.